I have here Joel's drawing, and what I'm going to do is I'm taking the background out of his drawing using the app PS Touch. I'm putting it into another app called Sketchbook Pro, and I'm putting a layer behind it and creating a design in back of his artwork. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to the app PS Touch, and you need to click at the bottom on the little icon of the picture with the plus sign. Once you click on that, you're going to select camera roll, and from the camera roll you're going to find the picture of your artwork in the camera roll, and you're going to click on that and then hit add. So once you've done that, it's going to come up in PS Touch, and you're going to switch your tools to the magic wand tool, because that's how you're going to get rid of the background. Now before you use the magic wand tool, you're going to need to go all the way to the top to those sliders at the top. Those are the adjustment tools. You're going to click on that, and the one you want is curves. And what you're going to do with curves is you're going to pull the line down, and that's going to make your lines a little blacker and bolder and more distinct. You just don't want to pull them down too far because the background starts to look dirty. Once you've done that, you hit the check mark, and then you're going to use the magic wand tool to touch the background, and you're going to hit cut, and that'll remove the background. I've just cut the background out, and you could see that sort of checkerboard pattern in the background that shows there is no more background in the picture. Once I've done that, I'm going to hit the arrow on the left-hand upper corner, and I'm going to hit save. That just saves it to PS Touch. It doesn't save it to the camera roll. For that, you hit the little arrow at the top, and you're going to hit save to camera roll. But you don't want to save it as a JPEG. You want to save it as a portable network graphic. So you're going to hit the arrow, and you're going to pick PNG, which stands for portable network graphic. And then you're going to select the picture you want to save and click on that, and then you hit save to camera roll. And you're going to hit OK, and it'll publish to the camera roll. When it appears in the camera roll, the background is actually going to be black looking. That's because you got rid of the entire background. Next, you're going to hit the home button and switch to an app called Sketchbook Pro. A lot of times, you'll see somebody else's artwork up there. You just hit don't save, and it'll take you to the main page. You hit the plus arrow with the flower, and that'll allow you to add in a document from the photo library. Pick the 1800 by 2400 because it's the highest resolution. Hit camera roll, and you are going to select your artwork. In this case, I have Joel's picture of a man. What you're now going to do is you're going to hit the transform button. Okay, once you hit the transform button, you're going to choose scale layer, which will enable you to make him smaller. So once you've placed him in the page you want him to be, where you want him to be, you need to add another layer. That's the layer where you're going to make all your decorations. You hit the plus sign, and that layer is now on top of the layer of the guy. You want to slide it down so it's underneath it. And that's the layer you're going to do all your decorating and designing and work in. So you select your tools. A word of warning, if you use the paint bucket fill, it'll fill everywhere it can. So you have to kind of make lines to show exactly where you want the paint bucket to go. Otherwise, it just fills the whole background in black. And you just start decorating. You're going to use rhythmic lines. Make sure they go in back of each other so they look like they're overlapping. Make sure they go off the edge of the paper or stop when they get to a line you already drew. That way, your picture has a designed look. It doesn't look like scribble scrabble. Try and repeat every single line parallel to each other about 5 or 6 times so you get a rhythmic line design going. And if you make a mistake, just hit the back arrow at the top to undo anything you've done. And that is how we're going to use the apps PS Touch and Sketchbook Pro to remove the background from our artwork and instead put a new background in with a rhythmic line design. So the background here was created for this film by the helpful art teacher, and the picture of the man was created by my 7th grade student, Joelle.